Good morning or afternoon whenever you're doing the video. This is part of the summer sculpt series. As always, I encourage you to warm up, walk, run, hike, just move a little bit, maybe just some sun salutations. This is all yoga based sculpting. So go ahead and come to the back of your mat, standing in Tadasana. Start to spread those toes wide. Stack those hips right over those ankles. Tuck your pelvis in just a little bit. Engage your core. Start to work your way up. Roll your shoulders back a couple times and then let them settle down your back. Deep belly breath in. Let it all out. Deep belly breath in through your nose. Fill that belly up. Let it out. Inhale your hands up over your head. Stretch to those fingertips. Maybe a slight arch to your back as you look up to the ceiling. And then cactus those elbows out. Bring that chest forward. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale your hands up. Go ahead and take the twist over to your right side. Exhale your hands out. Inhale your hands up to center. Go ahead and twist over to the left side. Inhale your hands up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, straight spine. As you slowly, gently start to come forward, bring your hands down to the mat. Your hips are high, your knees are bent as much as you need it right now. Just kind of sway back and forth. Let it down. Halfway lift, go ahead and walk forward. This is a core-based workout today. So go ahead and find your plank. Get strong in your legs and create that straight spine by pushing through those fingertips. Your shoulders are right over your wrists. You're about hip width apart. Your gaze is forward on your mat. Think about that chest coming a little bit forward. Pushing all the way through your heels to the top of your head in opposite directions. Engage that core. Bring that belly button into your spine and keep breathing slow and controlled. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and push back strong through those hands. Fan those fingers out. You can lead with your thumbs if that helps, just by fanning your hands outward. It's going to widen your shoulder blades. Go ahead and start to sink into that downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Just warming your body up here. Go ahead and lift that right leg high into your three-legged dog. And you're going to crunch forward back into your plank, but bring that right knee to that right elbow. Kick back strong. Cross your body. This time crunching in your right elbow to your left. Exhale, push strong, still pushing through those fingertips. And then we're going to roll forward into our three-legged plank. You're going to tuck your elbows in tight, come into your Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Always take any modifications that you need. So if you feel like these flows are too much, you can come into downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift your left leg high. Inhale. Exhale, roll forward, crunch into that left elbow. Exhale, kick back strong. Cross your body, tucking it into your opposite elbow. Tummy's tucked in. Kick back strong. Roll forward into your three-legged plank. Elbows tucked in tight to your body, right next to that ribcage. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Starting to warm up, already warmed up. Go ahead and roll up to your tippy toes so your hips are high, your back is still straight. And then we're gonna start to roll through each vertebrae, coming up to our plank, pushing back, turbocharging that dog. Those bend those knees as much as you need, strong in those arms, hips high, roll through that vertebrae until you come into your plank. Turbocharge, hips high, roll through that vertebrae. Still breathing. Push those hips high. Exhale. Inhale. One more here. Exhale. Come into your plank again. Push strong through those fingertips. 5, 4, bring that belly button in, gaze forward. 3, 2, 1. Push back into that downward facing dog. Ooh. Go ahead and bend your knees. Bring those big toes together, knees out wide. Sit way back in those heels, strong through those arms, still reaching forward, and start to find length in those obliques. Deep belly breath, leaving space for your rib cage between your legs. Exhale. Let it out. One more breath here. Exhale, let it out. Come up, back up to your knees. We're gonna come into your downward facing dog. So find those fingertips again, pushing through your palm. Strong, come back. Right leg high again. This time we're gonna roll forward, crunching to that right, just like we did last time. Kick strong all the way up to your three-legged dog. Then cross over to your opposite elbow. Kick that right leg out. And then we're gonna come up into our tripod. So you are pretty much 12 to 6 with your hands and your arms. You've got that foot flexed in your front, and you've got your obliques on your right side engaged. Go ahead and let that left hand come down. Kick strong up into that three-legged dog with your right leg. Flex that right foot still. And you're gonna roll that back to your behind your back side. So you're really stacking that right hip on top of the left in this movement. You should really feel that in your psoas. And then come back to center. Kick high in that three-legged dog, and then roll through your chaturanga. Keep those elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So now you're in your downward facing dog. You're pushing strong through that heel. Really kick back. When you're ready, you're gonna go ahead and roll forward to that left elbow, crunching it in, creating a straight spine there. Kick back. Come across that opposite elbow. Kick out that left leg. Bring that right hand up. Feel those side left obliques. Your shoulder is still stacked right over that wrist on the left side. Your foot's flexed. Go ahead and come down with your right hand and then kick strong up with that left foot. Bend that knee, flex that foot, and bring that hip right on top. The left hip on top of that right. Feel that stretch. I know I feel it. Go ahead and come back to center. Three-leg dog. Roll forward. Come into that chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. We're going to come back to that, but just for a sec, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Go ahead and come onto your knees, and then gently let yourself sit back on your heels and rise up so you're standing on your knees. So I'm going to come this way so you can see me, but you can come whatever direction works for you. Start to find your knees right underneath your hips. Tuck that pelvis in. And we're going to bring that right leg straight out, flexing that foot here. Hands behind your head. and we're gonna crunch. So you have the option to come over that left side a little more and crunch in if that feels stable to you by bracing your core. So bring it in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, feel each side when you're coming in. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that left hand straight out. Gently come down onto that side. Your hips still right over that knee, your shoulders right over that wrist. And we're gonna crunch forward. So you're gonna keep your hand behind your back, crunching it in and kicking it back. Crunch it in, bring that belly button into the spine as you crunch. 7, 6, kick through that heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that knee down. Gently come back up to seated position. Inhale your hands up over your head and then bring them behind your back. Intertwine your fingers so you're locked. Open up that chest. Inhale. Bring your chest up to the sky, your chin towards the sky. Breathe into this for a sec. As you can probably feel already, there's a lot of chest work here as well. So inhale your hands up by your ears, your biceps by your ears. Fan that right hand out. The left hand's gonna go behind your head here. Sorry, switch hands. Bye-bye. And then we're gonna go ahead and put both hands behind our ears. Flex that left foot coming out. Tuck that pelvis in. Make sure you're engaging your whole core, and then tuck it over. Bring it in for a crunch. So again, you have the option of staying here and just coming to this side if it feels like too much. But if you feel like you can engage and keep your core supportive, then you can come over to this other side a little bit. 6, breathing. 5, 4, 3, neck aligned with your spine. 2, 1. Go ahead and have that right hand come out. Gently come over to that right side. That shoulder's right over that wrist. You're flexing that foot on that left side, and you can go ahead and come in for that front crunch. So you're coming forward, not bending, not rounding your back too much. It's more about bringing that leg and that elbow together. Exhaling on that crunch, inhaling as you spread out. 6, 5, 4, you got this. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that knee down gently. Come up. If you're not already facing this direction towards the front of your mat, go ahead. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, come back into that tabletop. Tuck your toes. Push into that downward facing dog. Right leg is going to go high. You're going to crunch forward just like we did before. Kick back, strong through both heels. Come over that opposite side. Kick out that right leg. Come from 6 to 12 on those hands. This time you have the option to pick up and hover that right leg. So still flexing that foot, still right over that shoulder with your wrist. And then we're gonna either leave it at a hover, or you can drop it down and come back with that left hand. Crunch up that knee to nose, and we're gonna come right over to that left side. And here you have the option to bring that right leg to a hover here, or you can come down in your side plank. You choose. So you're still 6 to 12 with your hands or shoulders right over that wrist. When you're ready, bring that hand back down, kick back up into that three-legged dog. Feel free to hop forward if you need to adjust yourself. Come through that Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. slow it down. Inhale that left leg, crunch it into that left elbow. Exhale, kick back. Take a breath. Exhale, opposite side, kick out that left foot. 12 to 6 on those legs, on those arms, sorry. Come to a hover if you want it. Lifting it up with your inner thigh, flexing that foot still. This is hard for me too, obviously. Go ahead and place your right leg down, and then you have the option to stack in a side plank, or if you want to bring that left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that hand down, kick up into that three-legged dog. Roll through, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, my shoulders are burning too. So one more, and then we'll be done with this guy. Left leg is gonna come high, or right leg, crunch in, right to right, kick back, opposite elbow, kick that leg out, inhale that left leg, option to hover the leg. Left hand comes down, kick into that three-legged dog. You're gonna stack your hips again. And then once you have this with your foot flex, if you want, you can stay there, or you can come over into your wild thing. You're gonna extend that left foot. Your right foot is still up on that ball of your foot on your toes. Open that chest up. Arch to the back, pushing the pelvis forward. Extend that right hand. Breathe. Come over back to your three-legged dog. Chaturanga, or meet me in downward facing dog. Whew. Go through the flow. Left leg high. Almost there. Go ahead. Roll forward. Crunch left to left elbow. Exhale. Kick back. You're going to come to your opposite elbow. Kick that left leg out. Come up. Option to hover that leg. Bring that right hand down. Three-legged dog. You're going to stack that hip here. Flexing that foot. Option to stay here, or if you want it, you can come all the way around for that wild thing. Extending that right foot a little bit if you can. Coming up on the toes of your left foot. Open up that chest. Come right back to that left hand. Kick strong. Roll through Chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll to your knees. Come to a seated position, and you're always welcome to cool down. Thank you for joining me. I know I had a good workout. Thanks.